Be honest. When you first heard of machine learning, you probably thought of when Data from Star Trek learned how to rub his stomach while patting his head at the same time. No, it was only me? Probably a generational thing. Whatever your idea of what machine learning is, it's probably wrong. After all, you're just new to the world of data science. So, if for whatever reason you don't know, machine learning uses data and algorithms to try and imitate how the humans learn. Think of algorithms as a human brain that processes information from the outside world and turns it into sensations, thoughts, feelings, and new knowledge. ML algorithms can be categorized into two main types of machine learning based on how they learn: supervised and unsupervised learning. There are also some other categories, but I won't go there. In supervised learning, the algorithm learns from a labeled data set, providing an answer key that the model can use to evaluate its accuracy. On the other hand, unsupervised learning means the algorithm learns patterns from untagged data and tries to learn without instruction. Now we can get into a few different types of ML algorithms. Let's talk about two for supervised learning. First one, regression is used for the prediction of a continuous outcome variable or dependent variable, based on one or more predictor variables or independent variables. The outcome variable is numerical, for example, prices, sales figures, or temperatures. Classification is used for predicting which category or class the input data belongs to. The outcome variable is categorical or discrete, such as spam or not spam, disease or no disease, red or blue or green. Now let's take a look at two unsupervised ML algorithms, clustering and dimension reduction. Clustering is the process of partitioning a set of data objects or points into subsets or clusters. The objects within the same cluster are more similar to each other than to objects in other clusters. The goal is to discover natural groupings within data. Dimensionality reduction is a set of techniques used to reduce the number of input variables in a data set. Its purpose is to improve the performance of machine learning models, reduce computational costs, and help with data visualization. Now, being new to data science and all, let's talk about a few algorithms you should start to learn. 1. Linear regression. The supervised learning algorithm used for, obviously, regression. It establishes the linear relationship between variables using a straight line. This line is as close as possible to the individual data points. The point is to minimize the estimation error, which means the distance between the actual and predicted values is the smallest possible. The code to implement this model is easy if you're using Python. There's already a linear regression function to import into your code. 2. Logistic regression. The logistic regression is a supervised learning algorithm used for classification. It is used for predicting the binary outcome, like yes or no or 0 or 1. It uses a logistic function that outputs values between 0 and 1. The values are translated to a binary category using a threshold, which is usually 0.5. Everything above 0.5 is a positive true class. Below it, it's negative false class. Again, writing the code to use this algorithm is as simple as importing the function in Python. 3. Decision trees. The decision trees are supervised learning algorithms. They are used for regression and classification. They can be visualized as flowcharts that split the data based on certain conditions or features. That way, the dataset is split into more manageable subgroups. One example of classification using decision trees is classifying wines into types based on their attributes. 4. Naive Bayes. This is a supervised learning algorithm used for classification. It uses Bayes' theorem and strong, naive independence assumptions between the features. It calculates the probability of each class and the conditional probability of each class given each input value. These probabilities are then used to classify a new value based on the highest probability. For example, you can use this algorithm to classify images of handwriting from 0 to 9. 5. K-nearest neighbors, KNN. This is a supervised learning algorithm used for regression and classification tasks. It looks at the K closest points or neighbors to a data point and classifies it based on how close it is to its other neighbors. 6. Support vector machines, SVM. This is a supervised learning algorithm used for classification and regression. It works by drawing a hyperplane, or set of hyperplanes, in a high-dimensional space to separate different classes. By doing this, it attempts to find the line that shows the largest distance from the nearest points of each class, aka support vectors. You can use this algorithm on something like a breast cancer dataset to classify tumors as benign or malignant. 7. Random forest. A supervised learning algorithm used both for classification and regression. It constructs many decision trees and blends them. Every tree in that forest makes a forecast. For classification, the model's prediction belongs to the class that receives the most votes. In regression, it takes the average of outputs by different trees. 8. Gradient boosting algorithms. This is a supervised learning algorithm used for both regression and classification. It builds multiple weak predictive models, usually decision trees, sequentially. Each new model gradually minimizes the loss function, error, of the whole system. 3 components are involved here. An additive model that adds weak learners to minimize the loss function, a loss function that has to be optimized, and a weak learner that needs to generate predictions. Every new tree fixes the mistakes made by the ones before it. You can apply this algorithm on a diabetes dataset where we can try to predict the progression of diabetes based on various features. 9. K-means clustering. This is an unsupervised learning algorithm used for, obviously, clustering. It groups data into K clusters. After identifying K centroids, each data point is assigned to the closest cluster with the goal of minimizing the size of the centroids. We can use this algorithm to group the plants into clusters based on their flower measurements. 10. Principal Component Analytics, PCA. This is an unsupervised learning algorithm used for dimensionality reduction. It transforms the data into a new coordinate system, reducing the number of variables while preserving as much of the original data's variation as possible. Applied to a breast cancer dataset, we can use it to minimize datasets' dimensionality while maintaining the greatest amount of information. These 10 algorithms will get you started in understanding machine learning. After learning how to use these algorithms, you're free to ditch your data science noob tag. If you like content like this, please subscribe to this channel and go on to stratascratch.com to get data science resources. Thank you.